I'm gonna start off with a quote.
Hang on just a second, Jose. This slide you wanna?
Yeah, it just feeds right off.
Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
A people without the knowledge of the past history, origin, and culture is like a tree without its roots. Marcus Garvey. Michael Patrick Monaghan Cunningham is a first-generation tree emerging into his cultural roots. I will be discussing his cultural connections, his disconnections, his stereotypes, and how he has Americanized himself into the American population. So cultural connections, his parents are native Irish. They identify as white Irish, and his mom's from Southern Ireland and her dad's from Northern Ireland. And this is important because the speech that they, like the dialogue that they talk, is different. The roots are the same, but the words differ. Gaelic football is a pastime that a lot of Irish people go to, and he is fortunate enough to go at least once a year to San Francisco down in the Bay, where they have these events. It's a mixture of football, rugby, and soccer. So it's kind of a soccer ball. It has the net of soccer, and it has the poles like rugby. Same rules apply, all that good stuff. His dad, which takes him to this, also likes to play Irish music in his home. So anytime you catch his dad at home, he will be playing music, which Michael does not really like. They also have traditional foods that contain a lot of potatoes, potato soup, French fries, mashed potatoes. Any way they can make them, they will make them, or have made them. So now his disconnections to this culture. His parents are less willing to give up information about his background due to a couple of things. Something that I was able to find out about it was that when his dad was living in Ireland, one day his brother was going to go out of town. When he was going out of town, there were bombings happening in Ireland. So because of those, like, he survived, so he's okay. But because of those things that traumatized him and like his background, he's not really willing to give out too much information, which is like a rock in between when it gets in the way of the roots, so it can't grow. Here, there's not really a lot of Irish pastimes. We have football, we have basketball, we have Gaelic football. But Gaelic football is just so rare, it's not played around here that often. However, he does like to ride bikes. He's actually sponsored by Liquid Nitro. So that's really cool when he got into it. And I'll talk about that more later on in my presentation. Stereotypes and discriminations that he faces when he was in high school was that he would always be called names like Firecrotch, which I'll release your imagination, and being called the Ginger, which hurt him, but at the same time, it made him stronger and more resistant to these things. He was also always joked around because Irish people are sensitive to the sun, so they would always make fun of him due to the shade. And they're heavy drinkers, and I have a quote for this. It says, "An Irish women are always carrying water on their heads, and always their husbands home from the pub." So while the women have to do their daily things, they also have to go get their husbands so they don't get too drunk. Another thing that's very popular here, but isn't very popular in Ireland, is St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day was mostly used for American culture to celebrate, drink, and have an excuse. However, it does have connections to him. He does go out because it was to celebrate Irish pride. That's what it's originally for. Now that St. Patrick's Day is around the corner. There's American styles, and this is his American style, which is like music. He likes to listen to Mac Dre. He's more individual. His culture is very community-based, and he would tell me when he would visit Ireland, his dad would take him around town in the village, and they would stop at almost every door because everybody knew each other. And everybody would go shop at somebody else's shop, help each other, the economy out with each other. However, for discrimination and his American style connect together because he identifies as white American. So Irish people, or predominantly Irish people, have white skin. Therefore, the discrimination isn't really there, because as long as they fit in with each other, the American people, it's all the same. Also, a lot of his culture has to do with community. I mean, that's where he's from. Ireland. Has to do with community, and not really paying attention with time or things that they have to do. So, however, here he has to wake up at a certain time, catch his shuttle from where he lives, come to school on time, be out of class on time so he can go to his next class on time, so then he can go home on time, so that he has things to do, such as take care of himself, shower, and all that good stuff, and then set time apart for himself to do homework. It's really time oriented, and that's something that he told me about that he doesn't really like. In conclusion, culture can be connected with family and things that you love, things that you like to do. In Michael's life, he likes to travel to Ireland once a year to visit family, relatives, family, grandpas, all that good stuff. And Michael is American grown with Irish roots.